Kia ora, welcome back to the Starting In Te Reo Māori YouTube channel. Today we're going to be looking at kupu related to sight. Yes, we're going to be looking at a few really familiar words, some really basic, simple words that you can start with related to how you can see and perceive and use your eyes in certain ways. There's some nuances there that I don't think we often think about regularly in our day-to-day lives, but once I explain these words, explain what they mean, the meaning behind them, I'm sure you'll be able to pick up those subtleties. So let's jump across and have a look at the first word. So the first one is kite. Kite, pronounced kite, kite. And this is, I like to explain it as a really generic word to see. So if you see something, if you can see the tree, if you can see the dog, if you can see the beach, if you can see me, like I can't see you, but you can see me, that's a scenario where you can use the word kite. And I've got some examples here. I've got a nice, beautiful stock photo here of some lovely people sitting at the beach. They can see the ocean. Kei te kite au I te moana. I can see the ocean. Kei te kite raua I te moana. They can see the ocean. These two can see the ocean. I kitea te mea e koe. As a question, as a pātai. Did you see the thing? Now here you'll notice there's an A on the end. That's the passive form of this word. I'm not going to go into details about what active and passive verbs are, but check those out on your journey. But this is an extension. It's still using that word, that base word kite, but it becomes kitea. I kitea te mea e koe. Did you see the thing? And another example down the bottom here. Ka kite te atua I te marama he pai. God saw that the light was good. Again, seeing in a very, very generic sense. Kite. And next one is, again, another beautiful photo down here. Beautiful stock photo is Titiro, which means to look or to inspect. So compared to kite, just to see and to be looking at something, Titiro is used more around a direction, like there's a focus on a certain thing. And that's why we've got the image here of the gentleman pointing out to show something to this, I'm guessing his son. Titiro. He wants his son to titiro at something. Look at that thing. So here's some examples. Titiro mai. So if you want someone to look at you, if you want their attention in terms of their sight, if you want them to look at something, titiro mai. Titiro atu ki te manu e rere ana. Look at the bird flying. Titiro atu. So you're instructing them to look away. Look away at that thing over there. Titiro atu ki te manu e rere ana. Ka piri te kōpere ki te kapua. Ka titiro atu ahau ki taua mea, kia mahara ai ahau ki te tatatara. Whenever the rainbow appears in the clouds, that's this first section, ka titiro atu ahau, I will see it and remember ki taua mea, kia mahara ai ahau, tatatara. I will see it. So in this case, the rainbow appears in the clouds and he's looking up, he's looking towards it. It's not just something that appears and he can see, it's something that he's looking at. He's got a very focused and direct look at that thing. In this case, the rainbow appearing in the clouds, and hence the use of the kupu titiro. Titiro. The next one, move my big head here. Mātakitaki. Now, for Mātakitaki, we're using the definition here to gaze or to watch. Now, in this case, our example here, you can probably even tell the difference between this gentleman looking at his iPad versus what those other two people were doing, where the father was saying, look over there. This guy, he's watching something. He's watching with intent. That's probably a good way to describe it. He's watching with an intent. To Mātakitaki is to watch with some sort of intent. And some examples here. Mātakitaki mai. Watch me. Now, if I wanted you to watch me with intent, it might be that I'm doing a performance. It might be that my 3-year-old wants to show off their dancing. It might be that someone's on stage. Mātakitaki ki a rātou. So in this case, we're not just looking at it like kite, we can't just see it. We're looking at it with an intent. E mātakitaki ana te tāne ki tāna rorohiko. The man or he is watching his computer. Kei tōna wāhi nohoanga, ia e mātakitaki iho ana ki ngā tangata katoa o te whenua. From his dwelling place, he watches all who live on earth. E mātakitaki iho ana ki ngā tangata katoa o te whenua. From his dwelling place, he watches all those that live on earth. So there's where he is in his dwelling place, looking. He's watching with intent, gazing down on the people on earth. Mātakitaki. So for those three that we've looked at, kite is more about just seeing something. You can, it's in your area of perception. You can see it. Titiro is about looking with intent at something. Mātakitaki is like watching a screen, watching a performance. You kind of just, it's almost like you're sitting back like this fella is, enjoying the show. And the last one, please, I apologize. I thought this was an interesting photo. Sorry if it is a little bit creepy. Whete, to stare intensely. Whete. Whete o karu. Use your karu, use your eyes to stare intensely. I whete tana hoariri ki 𝐼𝐸. His enemy stared intensely at him. So maybe somewhat similar to pukana. Whete, the use specifically the eyes. Whete is specifically for the eyes, so to stare intensely. So let's recap on our 4 kupu. Related to sight, kite is to see in general, titiro is to look at something or inspect something, titiro atu, mātakitaki is to watch, watching with intent, and whete means to stare intensely. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned something. Kia ora.